Let's start with a hard truth. If you're waiting around for motivation to strike, like a bolt of lightning, you're likely going to be waiting a long time. And even if it shows up, it comes and goes pretty quickly, a lot like lightning. Motivation is not the starter, it's the reward. And that reward, it shows up after you've taken action. That's the trick nobody told us growing up. You can watch my video that's all about this little trick at the link below. But once you get going, once you start, you begin to build something much more powerful than motivation: momentum. And momentum is magic. But this begs the question, once we get the ball rolling, how do we keep it moving? Surely there will be bumps along the way. Oh yes, we can count on it. So the real question isn't, how do I stay motivated? It's, how do I keep the momentum going once I've started? And, big leadership and life moment here, how do I do that without running myself into the ground? And that's what we're diving into today. 5 powerful steps to keep your momentum without burning out. This is something I've had to learn the hard way. Like most high achievers, I used to think the goal was to stay on all the time, and just as bad, to wait until motivation would strike to even get going. Both of these are completely unreasonable. Momentum is not about constant movement. It's about consistent movement, with lots of space to breathe and sleep in between. So let's get into it. Here are the 5 steps to keep that momentum. Step 1, start small and start now. That might sound like 2 steps, but I like the alliteration. Momentum begins with the smallest action, not the perfect action, not the dramatic one, the smallest, like turn on the computer, put on my left running shoe, eat 1 apple today. Don't underestimate the power of doing one tiny thing: sending the email, opening the doc, stretching for 3 minutes, getting the address, because action leads to momentum. Momentum builds motivation, motivation builds confidence, and confidence keeps feeding the momentum. When you feel like you've gotten off track, all you need to do is take the next tiniest action towards that task or that goal or that project. That gets you moving back into the flow. That's step 1. Step 2, track your progress visibly. Your brain is kind of like a golden retriever. It loves treats. It also loves to see progress to stay engaged and to get a sense of accomplishment. When you track your momentum in a visible way, for example, like through a journal, sticky notes, an app, or sometimes sharing success with a friend, which is verbal, but it does get the hit of acknowledgement, which creates that reward loop in your brain. When you're tracking things visibly, your brain sees that you're moving forward and it wants to keep going. It likes it, and in a healthy way. Step 3, create rituals, not routines. Routines are about efficiency. Rituals are about meaning. Yeah, meaning that we get to make up because we can. Inject intentionality into how you begin your day, or start a team meeting, or as importantly, how you end your day. Transitions are awesome moments to create rituals around, and they infuse them with a sense of impeccability. One way that I love ending my day is listening to one of my favorite comedians and laughing. I love laughing. It also triggers my system to know that the day is done. Or maybe you start each team meeting with a quick gratitude round and a check-in to get people present in the room. Rituals ground us. They give a shout out to our why and get us fully into our what. So pick your thing, your ritual that gives you a cue. Oh, we're doing that thing now. Okay, awesome. Your brain gets it. It's a ritual. Step 4, protect the system, not the streak. You will have off days. I know I do. You will miss a workout, skip a journaling session, or not get to that task you initially planned to get to. That's what happens, and this is one of the real reasons I'm not a fan of streaks. It's cool and everything, but I'm way more interested in the systems I've built to support the things that I say I want and what I want to keep my momentum around. Missing 1 day of taking my vitamins probably isn't going to kill my desire to live a healthy life, but getting all wrapped around the axle about missing a day sure will. Remember, perfection is the thief of joy. Missing a day, that's not a failure. It's just data. Momentum isn't about perfection. It's about returning. When you miss a day, you don't beat yourself up. You go back to your system. When I'm meditating and I get really caught up in the thoughts of my mind and lose my concentration on my breath, I just go back to my breath. You begin again and recommit. So protect the system, not the streak. And step 5, rest on purpose. This one is where most people fall apart, and it's one of the biggest reasons we don't keep our momentum. We confuse momentum with speed, and an always-on compulsion. Our addiction to speed's fairly prevalent in our modern world. But just like your muscles grow in the rest phase, so does your capacity and your genius to problem solve and keep creating. Thinking we can go, and go just isn't true. When you schedule rest, you make it part of your system. You're not breaking momentum, you're honoring it. You're building the capacity to keep moving forward through rest and renewal, just like when that car on the racetrack needs to make a pit stop. Leaders who learn to build in rest become leaders who last. And leaders who last finish first. So let's recap. Start small, start now. Track progress visibly, create rituals, not routines, protect the system, not the streak, and rest on purpose. Leaders who last finish first. You don't need more motivation, you need momentum. And now you've got the steps to keep it going without redlining that engine and eventually blowing up. If you found this helpful, grab my free guide, How to Reclaim Your Life from the Brink of Burnout. The link's in the description. And of course, hit subscribe to get more great stuff on how to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond. Happy thriving!